Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of the brand new Coen Brothers film. It's been a few years, almost 2.5 years since their last movie. This is my review of Hail Caesar. And we've actually heard about this film for, I think, the last 5 years. And I had a rough idea of what it was about, but we really didn't have a clear idea. Well, I didn't have a clear idea until I saw it. But we didn't have a better idea until the trailers came out and we found out actually who is actually in this film. It's a huge list, and I'm going to name off the big names. I'm just going to name off the big names, but there's over 222 people in this film. So we got Josh Brolin, George Clooney, Eldon Ehrenreich, Ray Fiennes, Scarlett Johansson, Tilda Swinton in a dual role. She plays twins. Frances McDormand, Channing Tatum, Jonah Hill, Allison Pill, Fisher Stevens, and it goes on, and maybe I was in that film too. I don't know. I would have liked to have been in the movie. I'd like to be in any Coen Brothers film. I just love these guys so much. They are some of the best filmmakers working today, of course, and the top 10 best filmmakers modern cinema in the last 30 years. So let's just talk about their new one. So Hail Caesar is a film about filmmaking in the 1950s post-war. Josh Brolin plays a studio head that's got a lot of things going on. He's got a lot of projects that he is in charge of. Lots of different kinds of music. Different kinds of movies going on. There's musicals, there's theatrical, there's war epics, and there is also this religious epic that stars George Clooney's character called Hail Caesar. It tells about a Roman who sees Christ and his life is kind of changed as he's seen the life. It's kind of somewhat a little like Ben-Hur, just a little bit, not quite, but a little bit. Okay, so in the process of all this stuff going on, George Clooney's character is kidnapped by the Future, this group of men called the Future. And that's all I'm going to say about that. We get to know all these other colorful characters. It's a Coen Brothers, really a Coen Brothers film. Lots of colorful characters that have amazing moments in the film. Incredible moments. The main cast is mainly George Clooney and Josh Brolin's character. Everybody else, I would say also Eldon, his character. He's a main point of the film. But everybody else seems like they have a large part, but maybe a large cameo. And then a lot of other people just have cameos. There's tons of just cameo. Tons of people. That can be kind of distracting, especially if you're not involved in the story as an audience member. You don't care about what's happening on screen. And I would say that for the first maybe 10 minutes of the movie, I'm trying to figure out what the Coen Brothers are trying to say in this movie. And I'm not going to say I know everything that they're trying to say, but I got an idea. And what I think they're trying to do with this movie is show their love of movies, especially from the golden age of cinema, where stars were under contract. They were told what to do. They were told who to date, who to marry, what kind of movies that were going to be in. They were pretty much they didn't have a lot of freedom. They had the life, they had the glitz and the glamour, but they didn't have a lot of freedom. So I think the Coen Brothers are tackling that, and hopefully in a very comedic way. And thankfully, after those 10 minutes, there's this one scene in the film that kind of kickstarted my love for this movie. And it's a scene where Josh Brolin is describing the movie to a lot of religious leaders, Jewish leaders and Christian leaders about this big, huge Christian epic. And I thought that scene was absolutely brilliant. There are tons of brilliant scenes in this film. Is the movie completely brilliant? I would say yes and no. It's not a perfect masterpiece, as maybe you would expect from the Coen Brothers. I don't think every film from the Coen Brothers is perfect, but I do find a lot of happiness and hope and love in their movies, whether I like them or I love them. This one, I'm kind of more in the love department, but I don't absolutely love this film. I love what this film does, especially the times where it kind of takes a break from this plot that is not really that important, but important enough to get us to the next scene. It's a crazy idea what happens to George Clooney and all this stuff that's going on that I didn't fully understand, but I enjoyed that aspect of the film as well. And I think with a great Coen Brothers movie, or even a good Coen Brothers film, you want to see it again. You want to see it again, maybe not right away all the time, but you do want to see it again, and you're going to get more out of it. I will tell you, when I saw The Big Lebowski the first time, I didn't really get it. It wasn't until maybe the second or third time where I found out that this film was something really important. And of course the great dialogue, and there's great writing in this film as well. Hail Caesar. I really hope, I don't expect this to happen, but I really hope that after a second or third view, I will get more out of the movie, and I will enjoy it more, and I will have more fun with it, and I'll be laughing more than I already laughed. I mean, I laughed a lot. I mean, after that initial scene, just after all this stuff that actually happens, it's just really funny. There's a great scene with Frances McDormand, which I'm not going to tell you about at all, but it's an amazing sequence. I just loved it. It might be my favorite sequence in the film. Another favorite sequence is when we learn more about the actor played by Eldon, whatever his name is, new actor. I've seen him before in a couple other films. But there's a great scene where he kind of shows off his acting skills for the first time in front of, he's an actor and he's done stuff outside, but now he's in a stage, and it's really funny as well. But I love old cinema. I love classics. This movie actually makes me want to watch more old films, especially from the 40s and the 50s. That's what it really does. It makes you want to do that, the studio system and how it all worked out and the acting style and stuff like that. There's a love affair with musicals with this film. There's a love affair with the theatrics. There's a great sequence with Channing Tatum. Wonderful, hilarious sequence with Channing Tatum. I think that scene has a lot to say. And the sequence with Scarlett Johansson, you've seen in the trailer where she's like smiling and really happy. It's a beautiful, gorgeous sequence that I wish was in cinema more. I wish they would take more risks, but of course, you probably go to the theater and see something like that instead of going to the movie theater and see something like that. It harkens back to a different time, and I think that's what this movie is really trying to do in a very funny way. And hopefully, if you find it funny, then you will also appreciate what's going on in the background. You might watch this movie and not find it funny, and then just appreciate what's going on in the background. I think you can still enjoy it for those reasons. But this is a hilarious film. This is very funny and kind of sweet at times too, a little sweet, especially what goes on with the Josh Brolin character. I like what they did with Tilda Swinton because she plays dual characters in the film. I'm not going to say much more from there. I just like how everything is incorporated, and then how everything doesn't feel that important to what happens to the characters that much. It's kind of weird, that Coen Brothers style, where maybe the plot's not really that important. It's just what's going on to these guys, how they react. It's almost like, who cares about the plot, but we want to see how they react to what's going on in the plot. And I think that's where the movie really shines when it happens, when it's time to taking a break. I can go on and on and on about this film. I really do love this film, and I think it's a really great film and gets me more excited about what's going to be happening in 2016. Coen Brothers are back. They always never left, in my opinion, though they have made some films that have kind of questioned and maybe not absolutely loved. This one I loved. It's definitely in the love department, and I'm looking forward to watching it again very, very soon. For that, I am going to give Hail Caesar. I'm going to give the film a solid 3.5 stars out of 4. Okay, I forgot one more thing I wanted to talk about before I close this review. I forgot to mention the amazing cinematography from Roger Deakins. He should get nominated for an Oscar once again. I doubt he will win, but maybe at this time Roger Deakins just doesn't care about awards. He cares about the way the movie looks, the way the movie's shot. And this movie is beautifully shot by Mr. Roger Deakins. It was amazing to look at, and thanks to him, we have a beautiful film. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.